Nathan Nash is running for Madison School Board. The other candidates are Jenny Thompson, Corey Heidelberger, Corey Gunderson, and Sean Miller. There are 2 seats up for election. You can compare their responses at amazingmadison.com. Nathan, the school district is facing a significant budget cut from the state. Cuts will have to be made. How would you advise administrators to make those cuts?
How would I advise the administrators to make those cuts? Well, first of all, we would look at the programs that we currently have and what we're funding currently, and we would, it's not an easy process to go through and decide those things that we feel like could enhance the education, and so we would want to obviously support those, and we would just have to look at each of those programs that we have in place and just make those decisions as a consensus as to what will be best for our students and best for our community. And it is tough, but I think we can do it in a way that is helpful as much as possible, and yet still doesn't completely cripple the education prospects for our students.
Okay. The high school is in dire need of renovation. Voters rejected a $16.9 million bond issue. How would you like the board to address the problems of handicap accessibility, lack of space for new programs, and program areas that are flat worn out because they're over 40 years old?
Well, again, in some ways it's discouraging that didn't pass this year, but we're going to have to just go back to the drawing board and figure out what the voters want, what the people of the community want, one that they'll be supportive of. And I really feel like they did a great job this last year of letting people know, getting out in the community and getting people to come in and look at those things. I was involved with one of the tours. They did a fantastic job of presenting those issues. And I just think it's an issue of getting more voters to come out. I think if voters really just came out and voted, we just didn't have enough people to come out. I think that to vote, they would vote in favor of those changes. And so if we can't get that to happen, we're just going to have to work within some constricted guidelines of budget requirements and do those things that need to be done and do it in a timely manner, because these things are things that need to be addressed and need to be addressed as soon as possible. So.
Okay. Final question. Some schools are asking the SDHSAA to cut the number of games for athletic seasons. The association says that's up to the school boards. What is your opinion on cutting extracurricular activities to save some money?
Well, again, those are questions that we'll need to really have some good discussion on, and hopefully talk to the coaches and to the people, to the administrators, just to find out, at what extent are we going to limit the opportunities for our students? Because I was involved with extracurricular activities and I loved it, and so I understand. Well, if I could have had more games, I would have been excited. So the idea of cutting back things would be a very difficult choice, and quite frankly, I think it just requires more discussion. If that's the decision that we have to make, I'm willing to make that decision, but I'm willing to try to do anything possible to try to hopefully either have a compromise or cut as few as possible in order to enhance the students' opportunities at school.
Okay. Thanks to candidate Nathan Nash. You'll hear more from all the candidates April 5th at the Madison Chamber of Commerce Forum.